A number of people seem to be aware of the Catholic claim to fame of my hometown of Howells, Nebraska. A town of less than 600 people, there are 2 Catholic churches. Fewer are aware, however, that this was also the case of a town neighboring Howells of comparative size, just 6 miles away. I am at Dodge, a village in Dodge County, Nebraska. Behind me is what remains of a Catholic church dedicated to Saint Joseph. And the history of this church is intertwined with a second Catholic church in this small community. In 1883, Czech settlers purchased land for this cemetery. A year later, they built a church, St. Wenceslas, here at the cemetery. In 1886, the town of Dodge was platted 2.5 miles southwest of this location, when the railroad was extended there. After much discussion and dissension among parishioners, it was decided to move the church to the new town of Dodge in 1889. From the time St. Wenceslas Church was reestablished here in Dodge, it ceased to be a solely Czech parish. Most of the German families in and about Dodge joined St. Wenceslas. Father Braz, who knew a number of languages, preached in both Czech and German. By 1893, the growing parish needed to expand, and so a second, larger St. Wenceslas Church was built. For a number of years, parishioners wanted 2 national parishes here in Dodge, but Bishop Richard Scannell withheld permission to do so. Finally, in 1912, Bishop Scannell felt both communities were strong enough to exist independently. The German Catholics organized funds and began to build a wooden frame church. The cornerstone was laid June 14, 1912. This new parish continued to grow, and so a new brick addition was added in 1930. Thus, you can see the very interesting combination of part wood and part brick in the church structure behind me. St. Joseph remained a separate parish from St. Wenceslas until 1950, when Father Oborny became pastor of both parishes. The 2 parishes in Dodge had fulfilled their purpose well of serving the Czech and German immigrants in their native languages. But times had changed, and these languages were no longer of prime importance to most parishioners, and the members of both groups began to think of the idea of reforming one single strong parish here in Dodge. After a trial merger that lasted about 3.5 years, the members of both parishes voted unanimously to pool their resources and to establish a single parish. On March 1, 1954, St. Joseph merged with St. Wenceslas, forming one combined parish of St. Wenceslas. With the combining of the 2 parishes, a new church needed to be built to accommodate a single community. The wooden church of St. Wenceslas was dismantled, and excavation of the basement of a new church began. During the construction of the brick church, St. Wenceslas, behind me, the combined parishes used St. Joseph's Church until this new church was completed in 1956. Catholics in Dodge continue to worship here at the St. Wenceslas Church today. Memories of the former St. Joseph Parish continue in the form of the St. Joseph Cemetery south of town and the remains of the former St. Joseph Church a couple blocks away. Many of the small parishes and churches in the surrounding areas of Cumming, Colfax, and Dodge counties ended up coming into existence due to the differences between nationalities, in particular German and Bohemian. Unfortunately, the insistence upon separate churches led a number of those small parishes to close when their numbers dwindled. Hopefully, like these two parishes here in Dodge, we can also learn to join together to make our future stronger, even if it means that not all locations in our parish families may retain weekend Mass in the future.